7:31 in the morning. It's a Saturday morning. We got some Saturday birthdays of birthday babies, not so young anymore. October 22nd, actor Christopher Lloyd, one of the funniest actors around ever. He was on the Back to the Future. Taxi, he was Jim on Taxi. He's a funny guy. 84 years old today. Derek Jacobi is 84. Actor Tony Roberts is 83. Actress Catherine Deneuve, one of the most lovely ladies ever. She's a French actress. She was, anyway. She hasn't done anything in a long time. She's 79. Musician Eddie Brigatti, he was with the Rascals, also with Joey D and the Starlighters. He's 77 today. Jeff Goldblum, he does commercials now. He's 70. He's a rental guy. Keyboardist Greg Hawkes of the Cars, 70 years old today. Luis Guzman, he was in Code Black, a lot of serious movies. Very funny guy, very good actor. Not the best looking around, but that pays off very well for him. Luis is 66 today. Comedian Carlos Mencia is 55. Singer Shelby Lynn, she does mostly country music. She's 54. Director Spike Jones is 53 today. Jonathan Lipnicki, remember him? He was in Stuart Little and he was in Jerry Maguire. 32 years old today. Not old. He was just a little kid in those movies. Elias Harger, she's in Fuller House. She is 15 today. Those are the local birthdays. We've got the local people coming up.
This is George Marquez. I am running for district attorney. I was raised in the Imperial Valley, and I am currently raising my own family here. I am the experienced candidate, and I have worked both as a prosecutor and defense. I know how both sides think. I am the candidate with a solid law enforcement backing. I will be aggressive in prosecuting serious, violent, and repeat offenders, and I will implement crime prevention strategies. I will use my experience to protect our families. Please vote for me, George Marquez. Paid for by the committee to elect George Marquez for district attorney 2022.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Ann Hurtado, Ramon Valenzuela, Kelly Porter, Dr. Betsy Lindbergh, Nathan Green, Cindy Sanchez, Marlene Gutierrez, Susana Medina, Cindy Tapoya. We have Sergio Mesa, Anthony Del Valle, Yolanda Reyes, Gina Arce, Jasmine Flores, Katie Alcantar, Patricia Waters, Sylvia De Anda. Happy birthday to each and every one. Couple of wedding anniversaries. David and Gwyd Sadu and Manuel and Anna Vasquez. Happy anniversary to you guys.
Ryan Radke here from Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. AFC action this week from Miami when the Pittsburgh Steelers travel south to take on the Dolphins in prime time. Miami hopes to see the return of quarterback Tua Tagovailoa and the offense he led to a 3-0 start to the season. Join Mike Mayock and me for the call. Steelers and the Dolphins on Sunday Night Football.
Right here on AM 1230, KXOL Central.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly. It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after a mail-in rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries. We also have battery solutions for many hybrid and electric vehicles. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Yeah, we have Sunday afternoon football as well. That's Raiders football. You'll hear that game on FM 107.5, the Raiders station for the Imperial Valley. Right now, we've got the World California News headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. President Biden tells MSNBC's Jonathan Capehart that it is his intention to run for re-election, but it isn't a formal declaration yet.
The reason I'm not making a judgment about formally running or not running, once I make that judgment, a whole series of regulations kick in, and I treat myself as a candidate from that moment on.
The January 6th committee has formally subpoenaed former President Trump. CBS's Skylar Henry.
The committee demanded that the former president testify under oath by November 14th. They also requested that he provide documents including personal communication he had with members of Congress and extremist groups.
The White House says that legal battle over student loan debt relief doesn't stop the program. CBS's Deborah Alfarone.
Forgiving student loan debt will cost the nation roughly $400 billion over the life of the program. Republicans are using that price tag to bash Biden and Democrats on the campaign trail.
CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keys.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Embattled Los Angeles City Council member Kevin De Leon is still refusing to resign. In an interview with KABC 7, De Leon said if he were to leave, there would be no one to speak for his constituents.
I'm not the only one who can represent them, and I know that, But if a caretaker were to replace me, if I were to step down, then they would have no vote in City Hall. That's just the bottom line.
De Leon was heard on leaked audio with others making racist remarks. Atherton officials are trying to figure out who buried a vehicle at home and why. It's believed the vehicle has been there since the 1990s. This is Mayor Rick DeGiola.
There were unused bags of cement found throughout the vehicle. The vehicle is a Mercedes-Benz that was reported to be stolen to the Palo Alto Police Department in September 1992.
Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair or replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Imperial Valley Resource Management Agency is teaming up with local cities with their cleanup. This event will be held for Brawley residents this Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Brawley Municipal Airport, 948 Ken Bemis Drive. Free collection for all Imperial Valley residents of used tires with or without rims. No tires from tire businesses. No more than 9 tires. It's the law. Without a written exemption from local environmental agency, LEA. You can call LEA at 442-265-1888. Between 10 and 20 tires will be accepted with an exemption from LEA. Also, there's a free collection of electronic computers, televisions, or monitors. Must show proof of residency, utility bill, or driver's license. For more information, you can call 1-877-RECYCLE. That's 877-RECYCLE. Funded by a grant from Cal Recycle.
And it is time for the page one of the local news. It's time for the local news. Page one is a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you at the El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center on Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. The Imperial County Narcotics Task Force received a call for assistance from an allied agency Thursday, and that led to a big score of fentanyl. According to the NTF commander, John Seaman, the task force agents recovered an abandoned tire on Thursday. Tire was stuffed with about 6.25 pounds of fentanyl pills. Task force estimated that there were over 28,000 pills in the tire. Commander Seaman said fentanyl is a highly potent synthetic opioid similar to morphine, but 50 to 100 times stronger. Seaman added that if you come across any suspicious pills, do not handle them and call 911 immediately. El Centro City Manager will be leaving her position. Marcela Piedra submitted a letter to the City Council. She said she was accepting a position out of the county. Her resignation takes effect December 1st. Piedra has worked for more than 20 years with the City of El Centro. On November 1st, the El Centro City Council is expected to fill other top vacancies, including a permanent community development director, police chief, and fire chief. We'll have more in just a minute.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
And the the latest unemployment rate for Imperial County has been released. Latest report is for September. The report was released yesterday morning by the Labor Market Information Division of the Employment Development Department. According to the report, unemployment in the Imperial County was at 16.0% in September. That's down slightly from a revised 16.5% in August and below the year-ago estimate of 17.6%. This compares with an unadjusted unemployment rate of 3.7% for the state and 3.3% for the nation during the same period. Imperial County once again has the highest unemployment rate in the state of California. During September, the report indicates there were 11,300 eligible workers in Imperial County who were unemployed out of a labor force of 70,500. Emergency declared in El Centro. The El Centro City Council approved the declaration this week. It is due to the storm that hit Imperial County 1 week ago today. The declaration allows the city to be reimbursed for the cost to repair damages caused by the storm, and there were major damages to the city in the city's sewer, water, and drainage systems, roads, rights-of-way, public safety facilities, including El Centro Regional Medical Center, which is city-owned. The Imperial Irrigation District has also declared an emergency due to the storm. County is expected to approve a similar declaration if they have not already done so. That's it. That's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And it's page 2 of the local news, brought to you this morning by Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. El Centro police are investigating a Thursday night fatal accident. The accident involved a motorcycle and another vehicle. It occurred at around 7 p.m. on South 4th Street by Wensley Avenue in El Centro. One individual was pronounced dead at the scene. Another individual was transported to El Centro Regional Medical Center for treatment of injuries. No other information is available as the incident remains under investigation. A guest at an El Centro motel reported that his trailer was burglarized. According to police information, the trailer was parked in the motel parking lot Thursday night when someone broke in and stole climbing gear. The victim said that the climbing gear was valued at approximately $3,000. Got your weather coming up next.
The food insecurity rate for Imperial Valley is estimated at 17% for all residents. Tragically, it soars to 33% for our children. Imagine 1 of every 3 children are challenged by hunger. The Imperial Valley Food Bank is striving to end hunger in the valley. When kids have nutritious food to eat, they learn more in school, are sick less often, crime declines, and the cycle of poverty can end. This is Jean Oswald asking you to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
The high temperature yesterday, 92 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 66. National Weather Service says today, again, will be quite warm, but windy conditions will develop this afternoon. A low-pressure system will sweep a cold front through the region on Sunday, bringing chances for showers favoring higher terrain. Temperatures will turn much cooler starting on Sunday, lasting through at least early next week, with afternoon highs only in the 70s across the lower desert communities. The rest of the week, next week, looks to remain cooler than normal, with dry conditions likely prevailing through the entire week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 89. West to southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. Tonight, patchy blowing dust before 11 p.m. Mostly clear skies, overnight lows around 65. West wind 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 40 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny skies, highs right near 78. North to northwest wind 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies, overnight lows around 58. Sunny on Monday, highs right near 77. North winds at around 10 miles per hour. And right now we are looking at 70 degrees, 56% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality still pretty much good for pretty much most of the region. No report on Mexicali. That's it. That's page 2 of the local news, brought to you this morning by Imperial Valley Food Bank. Fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank at 760-370-0966.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And it is a Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. Week 10 high school football in Imperial County started on Thursday. Brawley beat Calexico 42-8. Other games last night, it was Palo Verde shutting out Southwest 48-0. Central shut out Imperial 34-0. Vincent Memorial defeated the Vikings of Hopeville 21-14, and Maranatha Christian defeated Calipatria 49-27. That's it. That was your high school football scoreboard. In the NFL, we've got some football planned for you. Sunday football and Monday. Sunday afternoon, it's the Raiders. They'll be hosting the Texans. You'll hear that game on FM 107.5, the Raiders station for the Imperial Valley. Sunday night football, it's the Steelers and the Dolphins. Monday night football, the Bears and the Patriots. Both of those games will be on AM 1230 KXO. And Major League Baseball playoffs underway. The National League Championship Series yesterday. Phillies beat the Padres 4-2. Phillies lead that series 2-1. American League had the day off. Today, they'll be back in action. Astros and the Yankees. And the American League Championship Series, Houston leads that series 2-0. And the Padres and the Phillies go at it in the later game in the National League Championship Series. We'll have more in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And on the NBA scoreboard, a whole bunch of games. It was the Pelicans over the Hornets, 124-112. Spurs defeated the Pacers, 137-134. Wizards got by the Bulls, 102-100. Magic, they got by the Hawks. The Hawks got by the Magic, 108-98. Nets beat the Raptors, 109-105. It was the Celtics over the Heat, 111-104. Knicks defeated the Pistons, Pistons 130 to 106. Grizzlies got by the Rockets 129 to 122. Jazz and Timberwolves went into overtime. Jazz won that one 132 to 126. Warriors lost. Nuggets beat them 128 to 123. Trailblazers, they went into overtime with the Suns. Trailblazers beat the Suns in overtime 113 to 111. And in golf, Ataya Titikul, she entered the final round of the BMW Ladies with a one-shot lead. Dale Whitnall took a one-stroke lead halfway through the Mallorca Open after shooting 8 under 63 on Friday to equal the course record set the previous day by fellow Englishman Marcus Armitage. And also in golf, John Rahm, he roared into the share of the lead at the CJ Cup with shooting a 62. CJ Cup in South Carolina. And in tennis, sixth-ranked Maria Sakkari defeated Veronika Kudermetova 6-1, 5-7, 6-4 on Friday night to advance to the semifinals of the Guadalajara Open, the Guadalajara Open 1000, and clinch a place in the WTA Finals. And in soccer, Women's World Cup draw, the USA will face Vietnam and the Netherlands. England drew Denmark and China. And Man United prepared to grant Cristiano Ronaldo free transfer amid a lack of interest, according to sources. He refused to enter the game off the bench the other day, and that didn't please anybody. Adam Silver has apologized or is apologizing to Suns employees, saying he takes responsibility for NBA letting them down. He blamed the NBA for letting them down. San Jose State running back Camden McWright was struck and killed while riding a scooter. He was all 18 years old. Oh. Running back Todd Gurley is done playing football. That's what he told the NFL Network. Gurley was drafted by the Rams in 2015 with the number 10 overall pick when the franchise was in St. Louis. Gurley told the NFL Network that he hasn't sent in his retirement papers, but said he doesn't think there's any question that he is done playing football. Probably because nobody's offering him a job. Brooklyn Nets coach Steve Nash said he was very proud of Ben Simmons for the way that the talented swingman bounced back Friday night in the 109-105 win over Toronto Raptors after a poor showing in the Nets in the season opener. If they gave out balls, he would probably have gotten the game ball. That's it. That's a look at sports. You've been listening to Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And your financial news and weather is brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. On the financial side, U.S. stocks soared on Friday as investors parsed through a medley of corporate financial results and pondered the possibility Federal Reserve officials may ease aggressive rate increases sooner than anticipated. S&P 500 marched up marked up 2.4%, while the Dow Jones Industrial, the average, rallied more than 700 points, or 2.5%. The technology-heavy NASDAQ Composite gained 2.3%. Treasuries retreated after a relentless climb in recent days that saw the benchmark 10-year note temporarily rise above 4.3%, a level not seen since 2008. In remarks at a meeting of Friday, San Francisco Federal Reserve President Mary Daly said the U.S. Central Bank should avoid tipping the economy into an unforced downturn, and that it was time to consider easing the pace of hikes. So there you go. We're going to take a look at your weather in just a minute.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
The high temperature yesterday, 92 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 66. National Weather Service says today, again, will be quite warm, but windy conditions will develop this afternoon. A low-pressure system will sweep a cold front through the region on Sunday, bringing chances for showers favoring higher terrain. Temperatures will turn much cooler starting on Sunday, lasting through at least early next week, with afternoon highs only in the 70s across the lower desert communities. The rest of the week, next week, looks to remain cooler than normal, with dry conditions likely prevailing through the entire week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today, highs right near 89. West to southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. Tonight, patchy blowing dust before 11 p.m. Mostly clear skies, overnight lows around 65. West wind 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 40 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny skies, highs right near 78. North to northwest wind 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies, overnight lows around 58. Sunny on Monday, highs right near 77. North winds at around 10 miles per hour. And right now, we are looking at 70 degrees, 56% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says still no word from Mexicali. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. Your financial news and weather has been brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Goddard's Gold.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Allison Keyes in Washington. Worries now for parents as a respiratory illness in children is overloading hospitals across the nation. CBS's Bradley Blackburn explains.
Hospitals across the country are reporting a growing number of cases of respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV. It sends nearly 60,000 kids to the hospital every year and can be fatal. The American Lung Association has launched a new awareness campaign to help parents watch for warning signs like cold symptoms, trouble breathing, or a wheezing cough.
Turning now to the presidential race, as Mr. Biden tells MSNBC's Jonathan Capehart it is his intention to run again, though this decision is not final.
I have not made that formal decision, but it's my intention. My intention to run again.
A setback now for President Biden's school loan debt forgiveness program.
I'm Tom Foti. Just a day after a lower court ruled the other way, an appellate court Friday night put on hold President Biden's federal student loan forgiveness program, not ruling on its merits, but on a procedural issue as 6 Republican state attorneys general sue to halt a program that had the president loudly defending it against critics a few hours before.
Ted Cruz, the great senator from Texas, he said it's for slackers. Quote, slackers who don't deserve relief. Who in the hell do they think they are?
That at Delaware State University. Tom Foti, CBS News, Washington.
In Ukraine, people are eating by candlelight amid power cuts brought on by Russian airstrikes. Ukraine's Air Force says Russia has launched a massive missile attack and that it shot down 18 of 33 cruise missiles. Now to Canada, where Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is talking about the strongest gun control measure in years that took effect yesterday.
We've seen too many examples of horrific tragedies involving firearms. We have frozen the market for handguns in this country.
Many are leaving Hong Kong over strict COVID policies. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer.
Things are much better now, but as the rest of the world moves on from the pandemic, Hong Kongers still have to be fully masked and use an app-based control system that's similar to mainland China's. They have to scan into public places with a QR code, including restaurants, and new arrivals can't enter restaurants at all for 3 days.
In the U.S., some parents and educators have regrets as evidence mounts of the harmful effects of those pandemic school closures. Many cities in the U.S. remained online after data showed that schools were not COVID-19 super spreaders. They also closed months after adult COVID vaccines became widely available. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Moments like watching my grandson steal second mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Companies aren't feeling working from home so much.
With a lot of us still working hybrid since the pandemic began to wind down, the Wall Street Journal says bosses are growing increasingly suspicious of employees and whether we're doing all we're supposed to on work days from home. While many leaders have been touting their workers' productivity, some are worried they can't sustain it. Call that production paranoia. And speaking of paranoia and high employee turnover, one tech recruiter tells the Journal he begins video interviews by asking candidates to pan their webcams around to prove there's no one else in the room. To counter the growing number of job seekers hiding interview coaches just outside the camera frame. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The Powerball jackpot for tonight is now at $580 million. It's been growing since August, with 33 drawings without a grand prize winner. The cash option alone would be more than $278 million. Allison Keys, CBS News.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month.
And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
You've got George Gale.
I'm sexy and I know it.
The best oldies on the radio.
12:30.